Make sure you use distilled water. Vitamin E. You'll remember 1/8 cup is 2 tablespoons full if you don't have a 1/8 cup measurement, and 1/8 teaspoon of tea tree oil. You don't really need that much because tea tree oil is very strong. If you don't use it regularly, I buy it by 32 ounces for like 60 something dollars because of all the products that I make. But you can go to CVS and they have it in the vitamin section. And I'm holding the camera here for a while so that you'll have a chance to pause it. If I don't decide to write this in the description box. But it's a lot of body setting lotion, flaxseed gel, and I also take a picture of the flaxseed recipe, but for extra curling properties, that's why I added the marshmallow root and the marshmallow root and the coltsfoot root. And I'll let you know the process of that. Hold on a moment. Okay, this isn't exactly the recipe, but what I did is I added my flaxseed gel to this recipe here. This is the Okra hair gel, which is good as a setting lotion. But fenugreek seeds are in here. And fenugreek, you can get that from your local Indian supply store. And the coltsfoot promotes and stimulates growth and strength. And the marshmallow root is good for detangling. The fenugreek seeds promotes pretty curls, shiny and smooth hair, and elasticity. And 3 cups or so of okra for protein. This is how I'm looking right now because I'm about to do another pipe cleaner or whatever you want to call it, because it's actually straws. And hold on, I need to mute this TV, it's too loud. But it's straws that I slid onto the twisted pipe cleaner. And I'm just using my special mix that I did. If you want to know the recipe, just in case, I'll put it in the description box. But it's flaxseed gel, my homemade curling cream. I forgot what you call that stuff. And setting lotion, a lot of body setting lotion. I'll have pictures of my ingredients, and I mean pictures of the stuff that I used, and that's it. Oh no, I'm taking a picture of myself, so I had to turn the camera the other way. But I'll show you what I did, and I'll show you how the straws look on the pipe cleaners. And this is an example because this is my first time making the mix that I made. And I didn't know if it was going to flake my hair, so I just wanted to try it on one section first. And it's perfectly shiny. I love it. And this is my hair with the stuff on. You can use whatever you want. But in my first video, I used Talia Wajid Curl Defining Cream. And a bottle that was half setting lotion, half water. And I sprayed it and did it that way. But for my kinky curly, it's homemade curling custard that I made. I have a recipe for that in my precious book of recipes of homemade hair and skin products. But I'll give y'all that recipe because that's not actually a product that I sell, so it's not a problem. But I'll be back when I show y'all what all the products that I'm using. Hold on. It's really simple. And even though you might not have it in the right direction in the back, because you want it to go like it's from the crown going this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. So what I did, depending on where I am on my head, I just twist it upwards like this, and then I push it down till you don't see any part of the straw, and just bend it like that. And then if you on this side, just start from the bottom and work your way up, even though you have to turn it to twist it. And back here, do the same thing, and back here, and then your curls will look like they're coming straight down instead of like all over the place. And this is the only piece I have left. This is about 2 or 3. And this is my cream. I already gave y'all the recipe for it, but I am going to put in the description box how to mix everything, because you want to do your okra. You want to do your okra setting lotion. Make that and set it aside, and then make your flaxseed gel. Make that, set it aside, and then you mix the both together. When you finish everything, like how I tell you in the recipe, you want to mix those two together. This is if you're using my recipe. And just like I said with the cream, you can just put it in the blender and mix it together. Just dump everything in the blender and mix it together and blend it until it turns into a white cream. Being that you're putting water, oils, and all that other stuff together, it's not going to look like it, but when you whip it up, it's going to look like a thick cake batter. But it's going to be a heavy cream. And I'll show you what I did and how I came up with it after everything was mixed. And remember, the flaxseed and okra setting lotion, that's not going to be a good smell. It don't really smell good. When you're putting it on your hair while your hair is wet, it'll be fine. But I mean, I take that back. When you're putting it on your hair, and you're going to be able to smell it, because the tea tree, when you're using distilled water, there's still a chance that you can get mold or it going rancid since you're putting water in it. But distilled water is always the best when you use the when you're making any kind of cream or any kind of things, conditioners or anything to put in your hair. Well, not take that back, not conditioners, but anything like that. So you always got to use some kind of preservative. And the tea tree oil, vitamin E oil, and stuff like that, they act as preservatives. And I've had this flaxseed gel so long in the refrigerator. I keep it in a mason jar and keep it in my small refrigerator that's been bought and set aside for only keeping my products, so I don't take up room in the regular refrigerator. So it never goes bad, just as long as you keep it cold. That's not true when people say 3 weeks. Just as long as you use some kind of preservative. Vitamin E, at least, I think 14,000 I use. But tea tree oil is the safest. And you just put enough in there until you can smell it. And then you mix it. And you have to blend it until you think it's working. But, I mean, until it's completely incorporated in it. And remember, when you mix, if you do use my recipe, remember you can use setting lotion, half setting lotion, half water, Talia Wajid, and that will be your regular recipe. if you just want to use it like that. But if you're doing what I'm doing, remember when you mix your okra setting gel and your flaxseed gels together, and you put it in a blender and you mix it together, it's gonna look like jelly, and it's gonna still be slimy no matter how much you blend it together. It's gonna always be like a heavy egg white, always, just like an egg. When you crack the egg and you take the yolk and you remove it and you separate and the egg white, it's just always, no matter how much you beat it or mix it or put it in one of those Nutri blenders, is always going to have that slimy look. So just keep that in mind, and before you use your okra setting gel mixed with your flaxseed gel, make sure you shake it vigorously before, just to make sure everything is mixed and all over again every time before you use it. And what I did to mix it, I just used my own discretion to make this stuff here, and it's pretty, I don't know, let me pour some in my hand, but this is it here. And it's really creamy. Some of it is clumpy. It didn't completely mix. And but I would say it's lighter than conditioner consistency, and that's why I have it in the spout bottle. And I have a bunch of these in all different sizes in my sewing room because I make a lot of other products, as I told y'all. And I just use this little blender. The rest of it is in the sink because it has to be washed. But this little blender, y'all know what the rest of it looks like. But I just use that to mix these two together. And I poured in a little bit of setting lotion. Most of it was flaxseed gel. So I would say 2 parts setting lotion. No, 1 part setting lotion, 2 parts 2 parts flaxseed / okra gel, and the other part would be the custard cream. And I would say 3 parts custard cream. So 3 custard cream, 2 okra flaxseed gel, and 1 setting lotion. So I'll get y'all the separate ingredients that I used and show y'all that. And then this is how my hair looks right now. My whole head. And then I'll be back when I take my curls out, but this is one of them. And remember, I told y'all I did this one to see if it was going to flake up, because I can't even put gel in my hair without it being terribly flake. I can't comb it. I just have to wash it. So if I use gel in my hair, I have to, every day, I have to wash it every day. And I just don't like how it looks when it's flake up like that. It just looks nasty. And I use that Gorilla Snot, and to make a ponytail, to make my hair stay, I used a lot of it, and I had to wash it out. But with that being said, I'll just bring y'all back with the separate products that I use to make everything, and then I'll have my ingredients, and then when I take these out, I'll show y'all how everything looks, and then that'll be that. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm in the sewing room. This is my fridge. And where is my flaxseed gel? Hold on. This is my jar of homemade curly custard for the hair. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to get that out so I can show y'all. But this is my mix for my my flaxseed gel. It's finally going down because I hardly use it. And this is the Lotta Body setting lotion. Well, Ultra Sheen. They all the same. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the consistency of the custard. Hold on. Okay. See, it looks like cream. I can really make money if I sell this stuff, but it looks like cream. If you look, you don't see any separation. And that's just because you have to leave it in the blender for a real long time to make sure everything gets through. See? It looks like cream you actually bought from the store. And this is a good recipe. Just follow the directions. Like, it doesn't matter what ingredient goes first or what order, but just make sure you use distilled water. Use it exactly as it says. It only 88 cents from Walmart for a gallon. Now, purified drinking water, nothing else. It has to be distilled. And don't distill your own water either, because if you do that, that'll be, I would advise just go buy a gallon. Nursery water, baby bottle water, or distilled water. If you do it yourself, it's not going to be the same, because you would have to use pH strips to make sure it comes out. But that's how it looks when you rub it in. And it has a smell like cocoa butter or something, or shea butter. I smell a little bit of shea butter. But that's it. And make sure you melt your shea butter before you put it in. Don't melt it until it bubbles. Just melt it until it's almost melted, like you got butter. Like half of the butter is melted and half of it is liquid, like that. Like it's still solid, and but just don't boil it until it bubbles over, because that's too much. And I'm done for now until I take these things out of my hair tomorrow. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. Okay, these are my pipe cleaners here. This is a small straw here, and you can use any size straw. It does not matter. But you just go in the Walmart or wherever you buy your straws at and get a box of straws or a package or whatever. You cut it up. You take one of these. These are pipe cleaners. I forget what they call it, but you can find it in Walmart in the craft section. It's like $1.50 a bag. You take one, you fold it in half, and you twist it. Just twist it tight. You take the second one, you do the same thing. It does not have to be the same colors. I don't like buying black because you can't see when it's in your hair. And sometimes, like the first time I did it, I actually left a couple in my hair, and I went out on the street and didn't even realize nobody noticed it but me until I started messing with my hair. But then that's when you realize. And then when you twist the two together, you twist the two together like this. Then you slide it inside the straw. See? That's the straw right there. See? And then, now, when you normally go to the hairdresser, let me make this point. If you ask them for a straw set, they set you. But they normally put a bobby pin on the end that's closest to your scalp. Like when they twist it up and they get close to the scalp, they put a bobby pin. Why this is good is because this is wire. So when it bends like this, it's going to automatically lock your hair in place, and it will not come loose. It will not unravel. And then this is for the bottom part. So when you bend this until you take it out, that's how it's going to be. And you'll come up with the curl that I just showed you just now. So with that being said, I don't have anybody to film me actually putting it in my hair, but it's not difficult. It's almost like you locking a roller in place, like a foam roller with the little brace on it, or it's like you're using a jerry curl roller. You know how to do that, but a jerry curl rod. but it's the same thing. And when the next part comes, I'm going to show you probably, I'm going to take a picture of my whole head that's rotted. And then I'll show you the recipe that I did. Remember, it's flaxseed gel. And I have tea tree oil in it to preserve it. And I keep it in the refrigerator. But mine is thick because I have coltsfoot root in it and marshmallow root. So it looks really thick. And some setting lotion, no water, don't add any extra water. Setting lotion and my curly custard curly something cream, whatever. Curl defining cream. If you want to, you don't have to use that. You can use Talia Wajid. But the Walmart one and that big fat, it's kind of, the neck is skinny on the top and then it's like a purple top and it's kind of fat on the bottom. It's like $6 and it costs a lot. But, I mean, you get a lot. But that one flakes up my hair, so I like this recipe that I use. And probably the recipe that I have for the curl defining cream that I have is homemade. You get a lot out of it. You don't have to do a liquid, a cream process, and a water process and put it together. You don't have to do all that. You just mix the ingredients up, you put it in a blender, and you blend it, and it comes out looking like real cream. So, with that being said, I'm going to pause this so I can go ahead and finish my hair, and then I'll show y'all how it looks after, and then that'll be that. Okay, bye. I just took my pipe cleaners and straws out, and this is how it looks.
Call 225-5000 or go to callshellynow.com.
And I'm going to pick it out and separate the curls and then show you how it looks after that.
Like many people, I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about the brilliant solution.
Hi, it's me again. I'm finally closing out my pipe cleaners video. I'm at the DMV today. But these are my curls. If you can see it. And that's how it looks loosened. And that's it. I'm done. I'm back. Here it is from the inside of the building. And this is the next day. I slept on it, so.
She doesn't have the present.
Hey, ma'am.
Okay.
I put this with your paperwork, and then I thought better of it. So I thought I'd bring it out to you. There is only one person ahead of you.
Okay.
There's only ever been like 3 people ahead of you the whole time you've been waiting.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I think there's only... I don't know if the examiners actually come out and
There's no
gotten them yet.
flakiness and no
Well, then
build up.
A lady?
there's another someone in front of you.
Oh, is it?
We have had...
But I